Well, as John said, you're about to hear a legend, really. The headliner of tonight's show has appeared for over 12 years as the comedy star in Wayne Newton's show in Las Vegas and in Reno. He's appeared over the years with the names like Frank Sinatra, Tom Jones, Milton Berle, and he's just finished an engagement at the Improv in the Riviera Hotel in Las Vegas. He said he's a sex symbol for women who no longer care. He's also had the privilege of working with Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, and the late Marilyn Monroe in the classic movie Some Like It Hot. He's a respected member of the Friars Club. He's a very funny man. He and his wife have flown here from Los Angeles to be with us tonight. Please welcome Dave Barry.
My God, a sitting ovation. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted to join you here. I know that my grandson, Brett Barry, went to a lot of trouble. He couldn't have done it without you. A lot of celebrities were invited. Unfortunately, they couldn't make it. Woody Allen was supposed to be here. But right now, he's in the maternity ward of a hospital awaiting the birth of his next wife. Quayle was supposed to be here. But President Bush asked him to go to the Middle East, and right now Dan Quayle is in Cleveland. God, you laughed at the clean jokes, didn't you? That John Fox was out of sight, man. He's beautiful. Isn't he a great, funny man? Yeah. May I say it's been quite an education for me, listening to hear him use words like shit, piss, and fuck, all the things I can't do anymore. Making love at my age is like shooting pool with a rope. I just bought my wife a waterbed. She calls it the Dead Sea. I take vitamin E pills, my wife takes iron pills. By the time I'm ready, she's rusty. May I say thanks to the owners of Giggles, because they provide a stage here where we can say any damn thing we want. That's right. And we appreciate that kind of freedom because they're talking about everything nowadays. Condoms for kids, they're giving them away in schools. And school colors. They have condoms for Catholics that are open on both ends. They have a new condom for senior citizens. It comes with suspenders. Manufactured by Upjohn. They call it software. Anyway, I'm having a lot of fun. I enjoyed you very much, dear. Cheryl, right? Good luck to you and your comedy career. I think the world needs to laugh now more than ever, and that's why we need people coming up, new faces, new styles, whatever. I am very happy to be here, and I'm very proud to be bald, by the way. It's B-A-L-D. Because medical science has proven that every time that a man has sex, he loses a strand of hair. Mr. Adams, may I congratulate you. And the lady, too. The one with the smile on her face. Do you belong to him? Is he a great lover? Try to remember. these guys are sexy. One night I made love to my wife for 1 hour and 3 minutes. That was the night they moved the clocks ahead 1 hour. I am only joking, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm very privileged to have a beautiful lady as my wife, married 52 years. Thank you. And I wish you all the same happiness that my wife and I wish we had. We're at that wonderful age of life where we share a common prayer, and that is the last child gets married and leaves the house before the first child gets divorced and moves back in. A very lucky guy in our business. Married a beautiful girl, have 5 wonderful children, and I'm very proud of all of them. I have a son, 27 years old, recently graduated law school. Then I have a 19-year-old son who may be his first case. This kid is afraid to go to sleep at night because he dreams he's working. I tell him, why don't you learn a trade so I'll know what kind of work you're out of? He finally found a job parking cars. First they made $400, sold a Buick. Not too bright. Ask me, how dumb is he? How dumb is he? He was driving up here and he saw a sign, Seattle left. Turned around and went home. Last week he put toilet water on his face and a seat fell on his head. One day I asked him, how do you spell Mississippi? He said, the river or the state? I said, what was Gandhi's first name? He said, Goosey Goosey. Playing games with him. One I said, knock knock. He said, come in. One day he said to me, Dad, I can't sell my car. I said, well, how many miles you got? And he said, 98,000. I said, well, I don't think anybody's going to buy a car with 98,000 miles. He said, what'll I do? I said, well, Otto. Yeah, we named him Otto, so we'd have only 2 letters to remember. You can do what some people do, turn the odometer back. A few days later, I asked him, did you sell the car? He said, why should I sell it? It's only got 6,000 miles. If you don't believe how dumb he is, call up my house sometime. If nobody answers, that's him. He walked into the house one day with a handful of manure. He said, look, Dad, I almost stepped in it. When he was in high school, he entered the 100-yard dash and got lost. Then he tried to get on the football team. So the coach asked him, did you ever pass the football? Make up your own joke. He said, I couldn't even swallow one. Once he went ice fishing and brought home 50 pounds of ice. His girl cooked it and drowned. He came home one day, both of his ears, 3rd-degree burns. I said, what happened? He said, I was ironing my shirt and the phone rang. I said, what about the other ear? He said, I had to call up the hospital. He was always dumb. When he was 6 years old, he was walking around the 1st grade classroom one day with one hand like that. His teacher asked him, what are you doing? He said, I was circumcised last week at Benihana's. It hurts. He says, you don't discuss that in the classroom. Go downstairs and explain your problem to the principal. He goes down to see the principal, comes back 5 minutes later, now he's got a zipper down, and he's walking around like that. Teacher said, okay, what are you doing now? He said, the principal told me if I could stick it out till noon, I could go home. It's okay, you can tell these jokes now, we're in giggles. Talk about anything you want. You know what they're discussing? Down in Los Angeles, they're advertising, radio, television, impotency. You can be helped if you're impotent. I'd like to take a poll here tonight. How many men in this audience here are impotent? Raise your hand. See, you can't even get your hands up. They got a new breakfast cereal for impotent men. It's called Nothing's Raisin, honey. This is giggles. You can talk about it. It's okay. I like to be with people like yourselves. What the hell? Have a couple of drinks. I mean socially. I'm not talking excessively. You have a few drinks, you're okay. You're going to unwind from the pressure of our way of life. But the cops, they don't understand that. Oh, I saw a cop stop a drunk driver the other day. He said, identify yourself. And the drunk looked up in the rear view mirror. He said, that's me, all right. Los Angeles, I was driving on the freeway one day. My wife sitting beside me. I heard a siren, looked up in the mirror. There was a blinking of a red light. Pulled over and stopped. Here comes a cop on a motorcycle. Gets off his bike. I rolled my window down. What's wrong, officer? What's wrong? You're doing 68 miles an hour. It's a 55-mile-an-hour zone. I said, I was only doing 55, sir. He said, I clocked you at 68. Just then my wife spoke up. She said, it won't pay to argue with him, officer. He's been drinking. Oh, yeah, doesn't matter what town you come from, Seattle, Los Angeles, same thing everywhere. That's right, cops are out there. Be careful. They're waiting for you. And you know what they do? They say to the guy, out of your car, we're going to give you a sobriety test. Poor drunk hasn't even had time to study for it. Staggers out of the car. He's got the collapsible steering wheel in one hand, a bottle in the other hand, and show me the home to go away. That's a good one. I'll keep this. Nobody was driving. We're all in the back seat. The three of us. Haig and me. See the arrows? I didn't even see the fucking Indian. Listen, Ossifer, I'm not as thick as you drunk I am. How about a drinking man's diet, which I read in Betty Cooker's crock book. Walk that white line. Hell, I'll snort it. You can't handle me, Ossifer, because I carry identification. There's my Alka Hominis card. My Alka Hominis Anonymous card. I'm on a furlough. It's my business card. I'm a test pilot for Seagram. There's an award I got for safe driving. Never had an accident, except a head-on crash. Scared the cutty sark right out of me. It wasn't my fault. There was that sign on the highway which said, "Do not cross the line if yellow." I showed him I wasn't yellow. The only other time I got arrested was for statutory rape. And if I knew it was a statue, I never would have done it. I thought she was uncooperative. So there I was, chipping away. I figured she was stoned. Well, here's some of the autographs I collect from famous show people. Yeah, Lee Marvin gave me his autograph once. You remember him? He was a great actor. Another drunk, but a great actor. He told me the story once. He said, "Do you hear about the drunk sitting at the bar? He says to the bartender, 'Do lemons have legs?' The bartender said, 'No.' And the drunk said, 'I'm sorry. I guess I just squeezed your canary into my drink.'" Stuart Sargent gave me that joke. Truman Capote gave me his autograph. He told me the story too once. He said, "Say, did you hear about a little boy? He walked up to a pregnant woman. He said, 'What do you have in your tummy, lady?' She said, 'I have a baby.' He said, 'Do you like the baby?' She said, 'I love the baby.' He said, 'Then why did you eat it?'" Here's a real collector's item, boy. A lot of you younger people wouldn't remember Arthur Godfrey, but he was a great television, radio guy. Soft Cell used to say how nice it is to be here at CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System, in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia. Thank you. Now let's see who we have on Talent Scouts. Stepping in our spotlight, a fellow says he's been working at Douglas Aircraft, making those jet bombers for so many years. His voice has been affected by his job. What do you mean by that, sir? Well, my job... I've been working on those new bombers. It says here you brought along as your discovery the factory champion riveter. That must be you. Well... I have been a riveter for the past 5 years. Isn't that ridiculous? A grown, bald-headed man gurgling like a little baby. But I've been doing his funny noises since I was a kid. And now I work on television commercials. You don't see me, but you hear me. I've done voices like, "Sorry, Charlie, only the best tuna get to be Star Kid." Good tuna. And Tony the Tiger for Kellogg's. Mercury Cougar. Pillsbury Doughboy. They pay you for this shit. I got a call from a cold tablet sponsor. They want to know if I could make the noise of a duck sneezing. $400 I got for that. I even did Leo, the MGM lion. Oh.